Chat. Hello. It's ooh, I don't have my that was my PC. Hi, welcome. Hello. Yeah, Maya, she's out. Connor's in. Welcome to Show and Tell. I am covering for Maya the next two Show and Tells. Is that my computer? I left my hold on, my computer's I can hear myself 1 second. Oh, Colton's got it. Thank you, Colton. Maya got fired. I didn't say it. But I'm off Fridays. So I've got some potential leaks. Boomer, thank you, Space. That's a great command. That's funny. Okay. So some leaks. In a weekish time, Kayla and I are going back to Alaska for over 8 days. And we are going to probably take there's a lot of animal facilities there, and we're wanting to test some tech, some Alveus tech. So if we can get it figured out, which I think we can, we will be doing no vultures. There's no vultures in Alaska. Sorry. We are going to do some testing out there at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. I don't think I can get anything. I might try it out on a boat we're going on. And Alaska Sea Life Center, maybe not, probably that one. Hugo, yes. Hugo is a brown bear out there. It's where Kayla and I met. And we're in Alaska, Anchorage, Seward, what's the other name of that place? Girdwood. So make sure you log your hours, Connor. Definitely, because I'm hourly here. That's important. Yeah, so we're gonna test that out. Anyway, so I'm working these 2 weekends because I don't want Alveus to fall behind while I am gone. So Connor cheating the show and tell and just sharing. No Earth hours. Oh, I should. Yes. How many years have you been? You and Caleb been married? Shit. 2. Been together for 11, coming up on 11 in June. Huh? Is it 3 years, Space? Okay, so dating anniversary 7/7/14 because those add up, and then we got married June 13th, 2023. Right? Is that when you came and watched the animals?
I want to say 2.
2022.
That's why, because I wasn't here.
Okay. 3 years. Almost coming up on 3 years. Yeah, don't tell her. Don't tell her that. So, Conservation on Charters 2022. Yeah, I'm just really not good at dates. I know my birthday and Kayla's birthday and nobody else's. When is Maya's birthday? Thank God for Wikipedia. Yeah, I do too. Okay. Anyway, so we are going to jump into show and tell. We've got 54 posts. And I saw Golden Eagle's first time here. Welcome, Golden Eagle. Cool name, by the way. Where is Maya? She is not here. She is away. So let's go lower right. Is lower right the best spot?
It's the one right below Fulton.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. This is it. All right. So, Ambassador All-Star, monthly and hourly metrics by Shut Up Leonard. What? This is crazy. Publix, thank you so much for the 14 months. Okay, monthly Ambassador All-Star is Aquila. Wait. You guys, has it been leaked when Aquila's going back with Awa?
Yes.
Okay, it's official.
Yep.
Monday. Aquila, Awa introduction, Monday. Crazy. So, the only thing that we have to do to prep for that is Metric, thank you so much for 27 months with the Prime. You took off of work. I don't know what time. Oh, I guess like 12. Yeah, 12. We just have to remove the T-post out of there, which Nick's going to do tomorrow. and they'll be good to go. Anyway, okay, let me look at these analytics here. I like this. Bring the camera over. Aquila, top 10 ambassadors mentioned in chat. Wolf hybrid, chat mentions by animals, chats by classifications, mammals. Winston, we need to get those Winston numbers up. Come on. Which there's gonna be a lot of talks about Winston when we go to Alaska. Because maybe we'll come back with a polar bear. Who knows? Oh, we never do that. Chat mentioned by enclosure, wolf enclosure, pasture parrots, reptiles, foxes, tortoise, crows. This is cool. Hourly mentions for top 10 ambassadors. Stompy peaked up. That's the Stompy one. Yeah, or Serrano jalapeno because of Donkey Day. That's cool. I love these. Didn't want to clog up Earth Month with my nonsense. This is not nonsense. This is cool. But a few updates have been made to the Ambassador All-Star. A monthly view and hourly chat for the daily top 10 have been added. Do this crazy. Conclusion, just get your balls removed and be a winner. Let's go. That's W strat right there. Lake walk, mini trash haul, dog walk, cautionary tale, and water scorpion. I'm gonna read this first and then click on these. Spend a few hours walking around the lake to make the most of the beautiful weather we're having. It is great. Found a bag with empty water bottles and boo to the people who dumped it, and used it to collect other bits of rubbish along the way. Bonus dog walk and why it's important to have pet insurance. Pet insurance is pretty nice actually.
And I was just walking around the lake, right? And I see something out the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh my god.
Looks like I found two.
What?
Eating a cricket. Now, like,
Two
don't look
water
at the amount of
scorpions.
legs that one has.
That's so
And don't look at
real.
the coloring or the fact that we're in England. Just like go with it. I found you water scorpions.
Heck yeah, water scorpions. You got it from Maya. Thank you.
Amazing. Very real.
Very real. Rare find. Yes. Very nice. Very pretty. Yay, not feeding ducks bread. Great. Oh, this stuff here at the bottom, I used to try to like take it out as a kid, and then I realized this is actually supposed to be there to hold in dirt and stop erosion and stuff like that. I was like, I'm going to help the planet, and I probably made it worse. So, that is very pretty. Cute. Little bee friends hard at work. Mini trash haul, another squirrel, and Tom Nook. I'm telling my squirrel scouts that our mascot did it. Nice. Oh, that looks good. Oh, I want a tart. One of my dogs had an emergency vet visit after vomiting blood. Crazy. She mostly okay now, but may have stomach cancer. I'm so sorry. That really sucks. A 20-hour vets would have costed 1,400 pounds. So this is a reminder: insure your pets. Yes. That's pounds, right? Yeah. Euros is different symbol. Yeah, pet insurance. I recently got our cats on pet insurance. It's only like $100 a month for all 5 of them, so it's worth it. Do your research on it. Once I have more experience with pet insurance, I can recommend some non-sponsored. My dog was sad when his sister was in the vet for so long. That is sad. There's the water scorpions. Nice. Hope your dog is better. I hope it is not stomach cancer. Honoring the fallen and a quick hike. This looks... Okay, this is Canada. Okay. It's like, this looks kind of familiar. No, Netherlands? Netherlands. Nice. Went to a Canadian War Cemetery in Holton to pay respects to those who gave their life for the liberation of my city and the rest of Netherlands. Oh, crazy. After I went on a quick hike because the area is beautiful. Gotta wait a few weeks before I know if it's cancer. Hope it's not, though. I hope it's not. That does suck. Nice. Very pretty. That's awesome. As Boy Scouts, we used to do stuff like that all the time. Found a former V1 launch site. Crazy. Thanks for sharing, Nature Alexander. Trash pickup and bird watch around local ponds. Spider warning for last picture. That's wonderful. Took some time before the sun went down to pick up some trash around our local ponds and got lucky with some chill birds. Okay, I need to clear something up real quick. I'm gonna Google it on my phone. Isn't it Canada goose, right? I'm not nitpicking here. I just want to make sure I'm saying this right. Canada goose versus Canadian goose. Canada goose is common saying. Okay. Canada goose. Not nitpicking. This is awesome. I just picked up on it. Like there's seagulls. There's no such thing as seagulls. There's gulls, but there's no species called seagull. Anyway, it's just like opossum versus possum, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, but they're from Canada, so they're Canadian. Yeah, no, you're fine. No, I don't mean to nitpick. I was just curious for me. Cute. Oh my God, eating a berry. Cute. It's a good picture. Is that banded? No. No, that doesn't look banded. Caught a red-winged blackbird as it flew away. Nice. Pretty. Blackbird, not sure the species. I'm not good with songbirds. Black-cat chickadee. Nice. Trash. Boo. Why do people go out, like, next to waterways and drink alcohol and just leave it there? Like, drink your alcohol, that's fine. Walk it out with you. Eden, thank you so much for the 16 months. Didn't have much time in the sun, but picked up half a bag of cans and debris of some car accident. Crazy. Cute. Tiny little guy hitched a ride with me during work the other day. He will be eating good in the forest behind the office. Very nice. E7, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for picking up trash and taking care of and taking pictures of the wildlife. It's great. Thank you for sharing. Baby birds have hatched. Clee. This is Ireland. I love Ireland so much. I posted about this bird in our post box last time, and she had 6 babies. I feel like a mother. Nice. Also, bonus cat pics of Macy. Am I saying that right? My dyslexia. Huh? Supervised outdoor enrichment time. Very nice. He sent my Discord call into crisis over seagulls not being real name. We're stuck on a wiki page now. I'm not lying. There's no such thing as seagulls. No. Because like gulls don't just live by the sea. They can be in parking lots in Colorado. Cute. Oh, that's very cute. 1, 2. Okay. That's cute. Love a good cat. Outdoor. Supervised time. Good job. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Love Ireland. One day I'll move out there. Garden update by Amy. Let's see. Just a small update to my garden. Almost warm enough to plant everything. Had some extra supervisors. That's a nice garden. Beautiful. Hello. And the leashes on them. Cute. Beautiful cat. Beautiful. Love that cat. Camden? Is that the cat's name? Famous cat. I love this cat so much. Those eyes. Okay. I'll be stuck on this all day. Camden is a regular. Camden is our mascot. Connor, come on now. I'm sorry. I'm normally off these days and like hanging out with my wife, so I don't watch show and tells as much as I would like to. So that's why. World War II bunker turned into urban forest and bumblebee butts. On Wednesday, I went to Hamburg and finally saw the finished green bunker. It's a World War II bunker that got renovated with over 10,000 meters squared, 32,000 square feet, okay, of roof gardens with about 23,000 plants. What? It's also been used for science with sensors in the ground to collect data about how the plants are doing on the roof. Whoa. This is crazy. A picture from the website from a different side of the bunker. Plane is absolutely buzzing with bees and bumblebees, but they move too fast for me to get a clear photo. I try though. Nice. Dude, that's so cool. I bet. So, like, do people live here now? Like, are they apartments as well? Like, I bet there's, like, so much up there, too. I like, the vines are growing up here. Like, this is going to be lush. Like, really, really lush. Like, give it a few years in spring. Apartment and a hotel. I want to go. That is cool. Thank you for sharing. Reconnecting with nature. For my recent birthday, I decided to spend a few days reconnecting with nature. Me and my boyfriend went to one of the most beautiful places in England, the Lake District. We spent 3 days there, walking, litter picking up, and looking for wildlife. I can't remember the last time my body felt so calm. Nice. Jinx, thank you so much for sharing. Let's see what you have. First rubbish trash haul. Even found a bin bag. We used to collect it. Nice. That is pretty. Wow. That is gorgeous. Connor smells. I'm not sure Connors was on screen for 20 minutes and haven't told him that he smells. Something is wrong with me. Thank you for fixing that. What? Forest cockchafer? Honestly, that's what it's called. Nice. All these tiny rock formations are caddisfly larvae. They usually have this use sand grains to create the cocoons. Oh yeah, I did an episode on this for World's Wildest. Caddisfly larvae. Yeah, it's really cool. Whoa. Fresh sheep poop being enjoyed by some flies. Very nice. Bumblebee. Jeez. Centipede and isopod just having a good day turning rocks. Very nice. Very pretty. Lots of ants. Good trash haul. Hey, Red Bull users, don't give us bad names. Pick up your freaking trash. We stayed at Old Water Mill, spent an afternoon hiking down from the mouth of the mill. The water is so clear, there is lots of very fast frogs and toads living in here. Very nice. Final rubbish haul for the trip. Great. Ooh, Ader. Nice. Beautiful. Do you have venomous snakes in the UK? I feel like there's not like a lot of snakes in the UK in general, right? That's it. Yes, the Ader, they're venomous. Ader is one of our only snakes here. I'm pretty sure only venomous vertebrates. Oh, okay, it literally says it down here. We were in a protected nature reserve with raised paths, so couldn't get any closer. Huh. I'm saying that right. Adder? Adder. Sorry, it's an adder. I know that because of World of Warcraft. Oh, that's a good picture. Best photo I took. Amazing. Beautiful. That's a good shot. Clear skies. Nice. Beautiful moon. Very romantic. I like it. I'm glad you got out and reconnected with nature. That was good. Cinema. LA County Fair Wildlife. Sky. Hi. Went to the LA County Fair this week with family. I got to see and hang out with different animals they had. Most of them came from Cal Poly University. Got a little sunburnt, but it was worth it. Meh. Meh. Because I don't know you goats, I like you. Meh. Cute. Horsey. Tort. Hello, Smush's friend. Snake. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Trash pickup. Emily in Pasadena, California. All right. For show and tell post, well, thank you so much. Bribed a few of my college students to come pick up trash at a park near campus, and I got them ice cream after trash haul and betrayal incoming. Okay. Nice. Nice trash haul. What? I've never even seen that before. But, okay. Nice. The family tree expands. New cousins. All right. No. I'm so sorry for your ice cream. I'm so sorry. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for trash pickup and giving an hour to the earth. Growing veggies, fruits, herbs, and flowers. David gave 4 hours. Here's my progress on my garden so far this year. I got most of the veggies put in the ground today, but I just have a little left to do. All these containers get washed, reused next year. Very nice. The flowers grow back every year from bulbs, and I plant 3 years ago. Pepper seedlings. I started in February. Very nice. Pepper's getting bigger. Let's go. Getting bigger. Nice. Love it. Beautiful. Flowers. I was dumb and I used to plant like 10 tomato bushes when I was younger. Be like, oh, well, don't get that many tomatoes. Dude, 1 tomato plant is like all I need. They ended up just becoming rabbit food because like I just couldn't keep up with it. Hi, are you the owner of the sanctuary? I am not. Maya Higa is the executive director of Alveus Sanctuary. She's my boss. It's like zucchini. Yeah. It's made of fruits like mad. Yeah, it's crazy. A nature walk. Gave 2 hours. Sean Ferdy? There's Maya. There we go. Netherlands. I love Europe. I went on a walk through a small nature park called, not even going to try, and the architectural or agricultural area around it. I'm sorry for the Dutch place names. I know their pronunciations haunt your show and tells. It's great for dyslexic me too. So, Zansriedeveld. Yep, I nailed it. The spring colors are nice now. That's gorgeous. So Highland cows, love them. They're so cute. Shaggy Winnie. That wind blowing. Wonderful. That's a good shot. That's some good depth of field. Love it. Heron. Different heron. Is it? Not banded. Little duckling, some swans. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. That's a really good shot. It's good cinema. Dobie. Bug fun facts. 2 hours for giving the earth. Hello, guys. I was on a walk today and found some bugs. Here are some fun facts I found out. Enjoy. Find the bug. Right there. I see it. This is Timos. The male of the species dance for the females. It gifts them their prey wrapped in silk. Cute. Not a bug, but my city planted a nope, which translates to orchard meadow. You can harvest fruit and provide a habitat for animals and plants, so it's good for the local biodiversity. Nice. That's very pretty. It's like, that's like, what do you call those that you pick up? Dandelions. They look like dandelions out here. Nope. Yeah, guys, my pronunciation, my reading is not the best. Pretty flower. I read better in my head, but my words aren't great. What come out of my mouth? But we're here. So this is a pollen beetle. Apparently it can orient itself towards the Milky Way. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but dung beetles can do that for sure. Nice. Bug hangout. The bigger ones are Avens beetles. They can regulate their body temperature to survive in different environments. Love that. Very pretty. Oak bug. They communicate through plant vibrations. I like these facts. This is cool. Spring flowers. Pretty. Little hole. Animal hole down here. Pretty. Is holly blue. As larvae, they create a sweet substance that attracts ants, which then protect them. Oh, I think it was on World's Wildest. It was. Nice. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Earth Day event at my local park plus bugs. Let's see here. I've been pretty stressed recently studying for my final exams, but I still tried spending some time touching grass. Very nice. It's very important to do. So here's what I've been doing lately. Made sunflower planters at Earth Day event at my local park. It's kind of embarrassing because everybody else doing it was 10 years old, as most, but being cringe is a mindset. You know, jump into it. Why not? Graduation tower at the park. Huh? These are not common outside Poland, Germany, I believe. I tried looking for bugs, but I couldn't find any. Just bug habitat. Because that's a really cool idea. Huh. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. I was like, you know what? Last time I did show and tell, I had some really cool ideas. Notes for water. I brought my notebook this time so I can write down infrastructure ideas. Dude, bug tower at Alveus. When, like, I kind of, like, I don't know. No for water. I'm just going to put down a bug tower, though, because, like, that's kind of a cool idea. Like, just a tower for bugs to live in. Like, like, instead of, like, just a little bug hotel or motel, it's like a skyscraper. Graduation tower at the park. What's the graduation tower? I'm going to write it down. But bug tower. Cute. Green bottle fly. Asian lady beetle. Long hoverfly. Hibiscus sawfly. Whoa. Bunch of aphids. That's cool. Exposed sun beetle. Thank you, Maya, for getting me interested in bugs. I was never really scared of them, but I didn't care much for them either, and now I look for them every time I go outside. That's awesome. Maya has also changed me in that regard. Why is Kayla calling me? It's not for bugs, it's for water, they say. Oh. Kayla, I'm on stream. What's up?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Did you call about pizza or something?
No, but you can answer that question.
What was the question?
Do you want me to pick you up pizza?
We can have pizza tonight if you want. That's fine.
No, it doesn't have to be tonight. I just mean like for the next couple of days.
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Is everything else okay?
Yep.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Nice. Maya has her propaganda has worked on me as well. So thank you, Maya. Ladybug. Copper sun jumper. Nice. Isopod. Spider. Midge. Oh, dog. I love it. Milka? Milka. Love that. Hello. Boop the snoot. Boop. Caleb. Hello, Caleb. Ooh. Cinema. Lumberax, the male purple martin, birds and the bees. Dude. That's a good shot. Oh, they're very pretty. Look at those little pinholes under that. That's feather mites. But like we don't see any up at the wings. A little bit's frayed here, but it doesn't look like a lot of feather mite damage. Very nice. The female purple martin. Damn, dude. A tree swallow. Didn't notice bugs until I was editing. Dude, the fact that your camera can do that is insane. Are feather mites common? Yes. Cute water snack. Just a big... Looks kind of big. How do you get these shots? Be on patrol according to Evan. Dude. That's insanely beautiful. Jeez. You stand around a lot? Dude. Impressive. Lumber impressive. That's crazy. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing and getting these good shots. And I don't know. I feel like you should enter some of these in competitions. Like, that's a good competition photo, personally. So, thank you so much. 2 days of spring weather macro and BTS at Milwaukee Public Museum bug exhibit. I saw Milwaukee. I thought it was going to be Tools for a second. I was like, oh, wait, that's a place too. By Benny. We finally had a few nice days in the upper 60s, so some cool bugs were out to photograph. I was also very lucky to have a friend who works at my local museum give me access to photograph the moth, one of the world's largest moths, and the Malaysian giant leaf insect that aren't on exhibit. That's cool. Greater bee fly. Also really, really freaking good quality. Dude, that's insane. What? Black swallowtail wing? Dude. All right, I would love to have cameras that can do this. Live streaming cameras that can do this. Like, imagine that, like, if we could do that. Like, the connection that people would have and, like, the appreciation would go crazy. So, one day. This is so great. Female bronze jumping spider enjoying a snack. That's a good shot. I feel like you had to like really like get up under there for that one. That's awesome. The ants checking out my lens. Nice. Beautiful. Hello. Paradise jumper, 1 molt from an adulthood. He's so cute. Like, if you guys saw that on a live cam, like, people would watch all the time. That's so unique. So, I'm going to put it on my to-do list here. Space, you think we can do it? Macro live cams?
Sure.
She says it's easy. We'll have it done in an hour. That's what Space just said. Macro live streams. Maybe for like $90 billion. I bet I could do it for $89 billion. Hister beetle, first of the genus observed in my state. Nice. Whoa. Festive tiger beetle. That's crazy. That's so cool. Common green darner. That's huge. Atlas moth. That's insane. Male atlas moth. That's beautiful. Whoa. Focus stack portrait of a female for deeper focus. That's the shit you see on National Geographic. Torner, I'm not gonna say that right. Tuniper for 29 months. Thank you so much. Cobra head mimic. Oh, I see it. That's cool. I wonder what camera they use for stuff like Our Planet when they're filming plants and bugs and stuff. Yeah. You just couldn't live stream it. It's the hard part. So, and you need something there to control the camera all the time. I love this. I love this kind of detail here. Whoa. Malaysian giant leaf insect. Dude, that's just so cool. Whoa. I didn't realize how much like an actual leaf they look like with like the browning edges too. That's insane. That dark background, love that. That's a good shot. Man, that's fantastic. Absolutely love that. So, what do you mean that's a leaf? True. Thanks, PJ. My bad. Thank you so much for sharing. This was absolutely wonderful. And I'll be honest, like I'm good with bugs, but like this is making me really, really like bugs. So much so I'm like, oh, maybe we should just build a whole building and just have a whole insect thing and maybe do some endangered insect breeding and released for Texas or other states and get a really high quality cameras at PTZ into this and all that. Now, yeah, you guys this is what it takes, I guess. So, They have got more personality than you expect, and they're so easy to care for. Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't thought about the care for them, but the personality has been interesting. There was one Barbara that was missing an antenna, um, and actually like had some personality when we were interacting with her, trying to like help her. And I was like, interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, you guys got me thinking, so this is cool. I appreciate doing this. Lemon, Melbourne Zoo. I went to the Melbourne Zoo today. Here are some photos and videos I took. Nice. Woo. Diving. Cute. Swimming around. What? I don't know what species this is, but it's a cute duck. I'm still waiting on the Pokemon card pull style top-down camera for my open smaller things PO box. We had that at one point, but yeah. Space and I were just talking about like how to like redo this kind of setup. Hopefully Maya's not watching, but we need to get some other enclosures done first, but then we've got some ideas for that. Oh, cuties.
Oh, so many of them.
Love it. We should Alveus win. When can we? Oh, penguins. Play. Oh, it's loading. Give it a second. Come on, penguins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sorry. Will this load? Platypus? Why are they loading? Okay, here. I'll just do this. There we go. Bam. Slideshow. Penguins. Having a good time. Platypi? Alright, I'm just going to scroll here. Dude. They're so cool. Perry the platypus. Nice. They're crazy animals. Will this play? They just don't want to play. Is that a? I don't know what kind of bird that is. It's cute though. Not sure what these birds are, but their piercing beeping calls can be heard all throughout the zoo. Nice. Big chicken, some sort of ibis. Big chicken in the wild. Nice. A Selkopuskin happen? I butchered that. Very cute. Oh, hello, Zabubafoo. Black-handed spider monkey. Nice. Cute. Cute. This kind of stuff drives me crazy. I could do some. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it, but there's other things that you can do, like make that like a natural branch type of like tie around it. Nice. Emu. Hello, Stompy. Lions. I've been reading camera stats so much. Ibis is in a body image stabilization for me now. Nice. Magnified tree frog. Oh, Binturong. Apparently smell like buttery popcorn. Yes. Very cute. That's a good plant photo. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Washington, D.C. Trip, museum, garden, zoo. Luis. First time traveling in D.C. last week. We tried going to museum, garden, zoo as much as we can, but I enjoy wild birds, squirrels in the parks, sidewalks the most. Sorry, no water scorpions, but I did own emperor scorpions for a while. They're so beautiful. Nice. Do you go to Smithsonian Zoo? Yep, you went to Smithsonian Zoo. The panda. Panda, 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 panda. Yeah, one of bald eagles from my Captiva nest down in Florida fell out of the nest, had to go through rehab, couldn't be released out in the wild for a genetic condition, and is at Smithsonian Zoo. Did a little bit of checked in with him for a while, and he's been having some good training. So his name's Conic, named after Connor and Nick combined, Sparky Nick, that helps out at Alveus, which I think they kept the name. I didn't name him Conic because I'd never name an animal after myself, but yeah, there's Smithsonian Zoo. So, JMP, thanks so much for the tier 1. During World War I, pigeons were outfitted with tiny cameras and released over enemy territories. As the birds flew, the cameras clicked away, snapping photos. That's so cool. Pigeons are great. Beautiful. Turtle. Gecko. Snake. Dragon. Squirrel. Pond at the zoo. Nice. Just pandas. Hot take. Pandas are cute. They're overrated. Amanda will kill me. She's worked with pandas before. Double fist in the bamboo. Pandas are cool though. Nice birds. Some flowers, no signs. Whoa. Yeah. Pandas are still cool. It's just like, megafauna that just gets people love and ignore other things. Found a cool book in the Library of Congress. I want to go with Kayla to the Library of Congress for like 2 days. I just want to sit there and like go through stuff. Squids of the world. That's so cool. Bird. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. 24 hours to the earth. Great. Macro Adventures. Cricket. I haven't been able to find a water scorpion yet, though it seems like there's only a single genus species in Georgia that I can find online, and it looks like a mantis or stick bug. I didn't find some other water bugs at the end, though, or I did find some. I had to make a makeshift net using a cooking mesh strainer. Okay, nice. Connor, have you done the debate of its pandas are worth the monetary donations they bring in versus how much work they are before? It's an interesting discussion. I have not run those numbers. I've never thought about that. They are a lot of work, but bamboo's pretty easy to grow. The requirements from the Chinese government on it can be a lot, but for the most part, for good reason. So, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but that is cool. They're so inefficient eaters. They don't know how to... apparently their digestive system, they don't have to just eat bamboo. They just choose to eat bamboo. But, like, they can eat lots of other things, like meat and stuff like that. So, but they don't. Anyway, plant bugs. Not going to know that Latin word, but very cute. Angel-winged katydids. Juvenile. Dude. This impresses me so much. This kind of detail in photography is just so impressive to me. Jumping spider. Jumping spider. God, it's so good. Stonefly. This like this kind of stuff is what really gets me interested in bugs. I feel like Maya is missing out. I'm sure she's watching. But if we can replicate this live, easy. No idea what it is. Nice. Mesh weaver. Snail. Spider. What? I love that so much. Oak tree hopper. I feel like that's out of like an anime or something. Dude. That's so cool. And the detail. Space. We got to build something. Nomad bees. Sorry, I'm just... My forehead's in... Yeah, look at that forehead. It's crazy. I'm just getting so close to the monitor because it's so cool. I just want to see more detail. Oh my god. Now I want to build a bug tower, too. And maybe put it in the pollinator garden. And don't even see videos of this detail, let alone stream it, Connor. How? There's pretty good detail on the isopods cam. But you're right, we are limited by that. I can get like really close up, and if there's not a lot of background movement, I can get really high quality on YouTube, which we're building, so we could probably do that. So Has
They move. That's the biggest issue.
if they move, yeah. Is that what you said?
You can, yeah, you can like make it perfect for one spot, but
Yeah.
they won't sit there.
They won't sit there, no. And if they move, like you're,
Even like a little bit, it throws everything off.
yeah. And like that PTZ. You know what? Want to figure out. But bug tower in the pollinator garden for you guys to look at for chats would be really cool. Thank you so much, Cricket. This is wonderful and inspiring. Botanic gardens and thrifting. We're over in West Virginia. Okay. Hello again. For my birthday, a couple of friends and I went to West Virginia Botanical Gardens and thrifting. Very nice. Where did I do a Eagle Cam? Delaware. Botanic Gardens. Pollinator Gardens. Little library. Love it. Cute. Butterfly Gardens. Visitor map. That is cool. I like that. So many pollinator boxes and bird houses. Frog life cycle. State flower adapting mode to wet life. Okay. I like the tree markers. I like the QR codes. That's a good idea. Rules of the fairy garden. Love that. Don't disturb a fairy garden. It's bad luck. Thrifting. Awus. Love it. More awus. West Virginia likes their awus. Baby Minnesota mosquito. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Hope you had a good birthday. Trash pickup arc. Zaf. 6 hours for the earth. My sculpture class final was to walk a mile long line, create a piece on the experience. I collected trash and leaves. So I walked and used cyanotype for the first time to photograph the items. The two sides show what were left behind versus leaf litter, which doesn't stick around like our trash does. That's cool. Okay. Nice. Huh. Cyanotype? WR, it is. Very nice. Sound of the video is taken during my walk to create a sense of chaos, which is reflected in the disorganized attachments of fabric. So, like, that's the plastic side. Plastic, the major fabric is repurposed. Chemicals or friends left over. Yep, that's all the pickup stuff. Okay. And then the leaves. That's fun. That's a lot of detail you get in that. That's really cool. Huh. Nice. Well, I hope your final went well. Beautiful. Thank you for picking up trash as well. And thank you for giving 6 hours to the earth. Mount Rainier trip over in Washington. Sparky Nick talks about this. He lives near there. Tum Tum Hurt. Oop. I went camping for a few days at Mount Rainier. I tried to clean up some trash, but where I stayed at was very clean. Mainly took landscape photos. Love that. That is very pretty. Dude. I want to go rafting down that. Wow. Oh my god, snow. Deer. Very nice. Do miss the mountains too. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Macro lens time. Kristen. My boyfriend and I go on nature walks at least 3 times a week, so I bought a lens for my phone so that I can appreciate the small things better. That's fun. Dude, so much detail just for a freaking phone. Sad dead bug. The details. Yeah. Spider. That's a good shot. That's a really cool shot. Flower. Very nice. Thank you so much. I do like the macro stuff. It's getting me. It's giving me ideas. Just some pictures of flowers I saw on my walk to motivate me to motivate me more to walk. I started taking pictures of anything I find beautiful. It makes my walks a lot less. Sorry, I just started thinking about next show and tell day. I blanked there. Sorry. I find beautiful. It makes me walk a lot less like exercise. I like to put up some sort of lesson I learned by watching. So if you want to plant foliage, make sure it's native to your area. Nice. Fast growing. Beautiful. Prickly pear bloom. I've always wanted to try one. Like eat one. Beautiful. Wow. Peacock flower native to Tropic America, according to Google, that is. Nice. Bird. Very nice. Let me see when I leave. Because next week, I gotta make sure I'm doing show and tell next week. Just realized. I leave Saturday. Okay, cool. Yep. All right. So next show and tell. I'm gonna ask you guys some things. I want some ideas. But this is really cool. Thank you. Lake trip. Silky. Went on a weekend trip to a lake and had such a nice time away from technology. Not pictured, but I started the book club book on my trip. It might be one of my favorite books I've read. Very nice. Trees. I wish Texas had trees like this. Nice. First babies I've seen. Oh, that water's nice and clear too. Squirrel. That's a good shot. Ah, fairy garden I saw. Love that. Wow. Oh, that's fun. Spider. Life list. Add some new birds to my life list. Love that. Trash. Thank you. Ducks. Quack. This was in Canada, Ontario. Okay. Very nice. Garden update. Baby, it took almost all of my spoons, but I weeded out my garden. Took almost all my spoons. Use spoons? But I weeded out my garden. I'm very proud of myself, and soon I can start planting. Bonus bug I found while weeding. Spoons equals measure of energy. I've never heard that. That's cool, though. I like that. Garden before weeding. Garden after weeding. Nice. Nice composter there. Isopods. Larvae. Bunny. Very nice. South Carolina. Okay. Yep. Planting season starting. Thank you so much for sharing. First nature photography outing. Golden Eagle. I saw their first time chatter earlier as well. So thank you so much for sharing and being here. Vod Frog making my first post. I was inspired to get my first real camera by all the amazing photos people have shared. I managed to get out for a couple of hours over the weekend. The signs of spring are finally starting to show in Wisconsin, and the robins are out in force. I love a good robin. I've rehabbed a few robins, and they're always wonderful. Beautiful. Globular. Robin 2. Nice. Robin 3. Very pretty. Little black cap chickadee. Very nice. Good photos. Nice. Morning dove. It's a good shot. Very happy. Very content. Dove. Cardinal. A white-breasted nuthatch with a snack. It's great. These are good photos. Black and white warbler. Red-winged blackbird. All right. Bird houses. No one's home. Are these are also a different style of purple martin houses, I think. Squirrel. Dude, you got a mouthful. Nice. Rabbit. Common violet. Beautiful. Plants. Very nice. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Golden Eagle. Very, very good shots. Love it. I hope you show us some more in the future. Hannah, I know something on my honey. I was making tea to get ready for St. Jude's charity stream. Little Simsies, if I said that right. When I noticed something on my honey. On the back it showed that a portrait of the process going to helping pollination. I just thought it was really cool because I always buy this honey local and have never seen this before. Local hives, raw, unfiltered Texas honey. Where's the local hives, Texas raw, unfiltered honey, blend of robust, flavorful, pack pollinator through conservation education. Portion of the proceeds goes towards promoting, protecting, and prolonging pollination. Ingredients: honey. I love that. Only from bees. Nice. Very nice. Texas. Heck yeah, brother. Working on my backyard this summer. Ashes. My backyard was pretty bad since I'm not an outdoor girl, but Alveus inspired me to put in some effort. I've spent the month cleaning it up and adding some plants. It's been a lot of work, but surprisingly, I've enjoyed it so far. Thank you to everybody in the Discord who has given me advice. Will update. I love that. A lot of times, like having like people tell you how to like go about things, so you don't have to learn it on your own, makes it a lot more fun. Like Space yesterday was like teaching me how to do like a little bit of coding and setting up some really cool stuff, and he was just like, click this, and I had a blast. It was wonderful because like it was like way above my level of tech and knowledge, so I get that having people help does make it a lot more fun. So plants were a bit pathetic, but when planted they'll have made a comeback. Love that. Oh, they'll just blow up there. She helped water the plants. Her name is Kit. I love Kit. Kit looks like a very good dog. They'll like, I was double in size since day one. That's cool. Spanish lavender. All right. Beautiful. We dug up so much trash randomly while digging for the plants. Weird being on one hole, lighter and metal fork. Interesting. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful tree. Bonus my tree that only flowers for like 1 week of the year. Very, very pretty. Yeah, I found a lot of construction sites are like, you know, they'll just bury the trash, which is interesting. But very nice. You should give us an update, you know, in a few months or something like that. So thank you so much. I hope it goes well. Spring walk, hazardous. I've been so jealous of everybody's spring pictures, so I wanted to share what Springs looks like up north of the Arctic Circle. Crazy. Where is Norway? Okay, this is Norway. These pictures are from the first week of May when my sister and I dog sat our aunt's dogs. The snow is finally starting to melt, even though it's snowing while I was writing this. Okay, I mean this is like the time where it's like kind of still kind of gross out, like that transition period. I'm sorry. It is nice now here in spring. What, it's like freaking 75 here right now. It's really nice. Nice little breeze. But this is what it's all like muddy and stuff like that. Yep. What's she doing? She's commenting on. Never mind. No, that's awesome. I'm sorry. But your summers are, I'm sure, beautiful. And you get the forever days in the summer. Sorry guys. Sorry, chat. Anyway, no. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, and you getting out walking. Love that. Walk on the Greenway in Trash Hall, North Carolina. Jordan Fern. Hi, Maya. Hello. A couple of weeks ago, my boyfriend and I had a trash pickup date at the Greenway Trail near our house. I remember to get pictures of the trash haul this time. Very nice. It's a lot of trash. Trash in the river we couldn't get to, but we did contact someone about it. Nice. Very nice. Thanks so much for giving 2 hours and picking up some trash. First time ever at the zoo. Okay. Taylor near Seattle. Today was my 29th birthday. Happy birthday. I guess belated birthday on this one. And I wanted to treat myself to a local AZA zoo. Woodland Park Zoo. I've heard lots of good things. I do want to go there. I've never been to the zoo before, and Alveus inspired me to finally see one in person. I had a great time looking at the animals, but I also spent a lot of my time simply appreciating the enclosures. Yes. Yes. I want to get you guys to be like enclosure nerds. It's my goal. Like, so like to build this, that's a lot of work. Like, that's an amazing fake rock, and it's just like filled and reinforced with like so much like concrete on the exterior. And like it's hard to do. That rock right there, probably at least $50,000. At least. So, and they're really strong, they're really safe, and they're great. But my best friend is an enclosure nerd. Nice. That's fake? Yeah. You guys didn't know that's fake? No way they're getting real rocks like this. So many of their enclosures were just nuts, and there's so much greenery there. Yeah. The greenery makes the enclosures. Like, the basic, if you don't have like plants in there, your enclosure is bad. So that's something that I had to learn too, because I didn't also have the plant knowledge. So the enclosure is just half of it, the animals are just half of it. The other half is the plants. So we have some ideas for the pasture. Don't worry, the Alveus pasture. Got a lot of big plans cooking for that one, and some of it is Dr. Nixon and that soil amendment stuff that we're gonna start using. Anyway, lions, penguins, very nice. Flamingos. Very good flamingos. Wait, okay. Kayla made this observation. Like, every zoo that we've been to, flamingos are at the front. Shut up, Leonard just called us rock guy. Nice. Were these flamingos at the front as well? I bet they were. They're almost like always at the front. Millipede, nice. Beetle. Gorilla. Crazy. Poison dart frogs. Time to square up. Yeah. It was by the front of one of the entrances. Elia. Penguins were close to the front. Yeah, it's just something about penguins being at the front. Not penguins, flamingos. It's interesting. Wallaroo. Nice. River otter. Cute. Don't they have I think they have stellar sea eagles there, if I remember right. Ring-tailed lemur enclosure. All right, let's look at this. Like, look at all those plants. That's amazing. Marmosets, they're gonna get plants. Foxes are gonna get plants if they leave them alone. Like, they're not at the front of the Portland Zoo. Mountain goats are. Interesting. Good to know. The water feature. Bird of prey enclosures are gonna have lots of plants. We're building the trees into it. You can see the chickens were trying a lot. Wolf enclosure, all that beautiful plantage. So, it's awesome. Giraffes. Zebras, gazelles. Very nice. Dragon, sleepy. Very nice. Thank you, Fishnu, for the 5 hours and for posting. And I love that you're looking at the enclosures. Kansas City Zoo, they're like off to the side in the corner and get missed a lot unless you're riding the tram. Interesting. My visit to the Matart Conservatory. Say that right? Probably not. Canada, Alberta, Canada. The conservatory is actively involved in research and development, focusing on plant propagation, irrigation techniques, and other aspects of plant care, as well as providing education to the public about plant life and conservation efforts, with school programs reinforcing the importance of plants. Nice. Lucas is making me think about like plant conservation more too. So he said we have some native endangered species in the pollinator garden. We could harvest the seeds and kind of help disperse that as well. So, which would be kind of cool. I'm really interested in that kind of thing. Beautiful. Whoa, that is gorgeous. Blue decal hydrangea. Dude, that's so cool. Dude, I like this. Nice. Nice. Plant shop. Cute. Love it. Thank you so much. Alveus Seed Bank win? Maybe. We got a lot of big plants, guys. A lot of big plants. Feeding the locals. As a part-time lawyer to Mr. Acero Higa, I am posting this on his behalf. 2 days ago, Mr. Ace opened a soup kitchen to feed the locals. My client did charity work, and any other claims against him are false. Dan, man. If anyone tries to defame him, then we will receive a defamation notice. Ace got clapped in the end. Oh my God. Dude, this guy. Nominate. Dude, I feel like he could just like bust through the feeder too if he got a good grip on it. I did not see this clip. So like it's blocked now, right? Yeah. Yep, he did nothing wrong. Good job. Pedro. 2 Pedros. That's a lot. And they're on top of the chicken enclosure last night. We're gonna do a little bit of reinforcement on it. Nick ordered some stuff to reinforce the feeder. We like the Pedros, but we don't need to encourage that. So they can go elsewhere. Anyway, thank you so much, Dan, man. I hope I do not receive a defamation notice. Forcing my friend to go to the Bronx Zoo for my birthday. Oh, I've heard great things about the Bronx Zoo. I would love to visit one day. 2 hours. For my 26th birthday, happy belated birthday, I've forced my friends on a field trip to the Bronx Zoo, a must-see in NYC, where 11,000 animals, 640 species, live across 265 acres. They have that much in like acreage for animals in New York City. That's insane. It's AZA accredited Wildlife Conservatory Association, WCS. First park where 11K animals, 640 species live across 265 acres. Nice. New York is actually a gorgeous state outside of NYC. True. I think NYC has its own beauty. Lingers. Nice. Little tree kangaroo. White cheek gibbon. Poison frog. Golden poison frog. Bronx Zoo is pretty big. Central Park is the small one. Interesting. Gharials. I don't know species, but it's certainly cute. Some sort of lizard, right? Iguana, rattlesnake, species unknown, is modeling. Very nice. Snowy owl. I like this kind of enclosure. It's just like pieces of really thin metal. Like string almost going up. As long as they don't like fly into it. It's pretty good because you can it kind of disappears. Scarlet ibis, nice. Booty mouse. Hi snake. That's a good shot. Oh. Toitus boinking session, not sharing the minute-long video. He lasted. Oh, okay, it's 2 of them. Lasted a minute. Dude, that's crazy long. Whew. Setting some standards. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm glad you got to take your friends to the Bronx Zoo. So, love it. Visiting one of the highest elevation zoos in Europe. Alpen Zoo? Huh. Wait. You went to the Bronx Zoo and Alpen Zoo? I stole my boyfriend's camera on this our visit to the Alpen Zoo in Austria, one of the highest elevation zoos. EAZA accredited, hosts 150 alpine species. Fun fact: they partner with Bronx Zoo here in NYC. A must visit. Links during lunchtime, love it. Aw, very cute. Moosh. Ibex face card, nice. Ibex the long way. Huge antlers. Horns. Sorry. Antlers fall off. Those are horns. Bison. It's crazy to have bison. Vulture. Yes. Is that a Cenarius vulture? No, not Cenarius. I forget. Kayla's going to kill me. Oh, I'm getting divorced. I forget what vulture it is. Griffin? Griffin maybe. Ibis. Nice. I've seen these kind of zoo designs in the Amsterdam Zoo. It was cool. It was a cool design. Oh, bearded vulture. How do they? Sorry, I'm looking for our bird of prey enclosures. Is that metal or is that wood? That looks like wood. Huh. They're using like 1x1 fencing. We're doing 3 inches long, 1/2 inch wide. Sorry, I'm Eurasian Griffin Vulture, I think it was. Okay, I was kind of close. Huh. What kind of wire? It's 1x1 inch. Well, roughly, whatever the centimeters are in metric. Vulture. Nice. Sorry. I'm using this as continuing education for building stuff. 1 second. Okay, that perching is good. They have a lot of elevation there. Dude, just that beam alone, that metal beam there, is like $50, $60, $70,000, and then all that stuff attached. I mean, that's like $100,000 like post right there. So expensive. Blackbird. What kind of fencing is that? Hold on. Oh, it's like some just general mesh. Cool. Other bird. Bunnies. Goat camouflage. Golden burb. More links. Love it. I like this idea here. And I've got good wire here for this. Yeah, I'm just using this like continue education. Oh my god. Bottom left hand corner. They like to chew on their brush. That's funny. Thank you. You've also helped me with some continued education for enclosure designs. I'm a super nerd when it comes to that. So if you guys have your favorite, I would ask for the next show and tell. If you guys have your favorite enclosures that you've seen previously, I would love to see them. Would love some enclosure nerds on the next show and tell. So, because I'll be there, I'll be doing it Friday. Thank you so much. WWF Canada Climb for Nature. Decided to join WWF Canada Climb for Nature fundraiser, and we'll be trying to go on a nature walk on a random trail every weekend this month. That's awesome. I didn't think to take my camera for the first week, but here are some pics from the walk that I took on my phone. Bald eagle nesting area. Love it. Ladies lookout trail. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. You can see the eastern point of North America in this picture. That's so cool. Spring hasn't fully arrived, but they're coming back. Yeah. That water looks cold. Newfoundland. Yeah, that's cool. Connor wants fence posts, literally. Yeah, I love fence posts. I love all that. Thank you so much for sharing. Show and tell catch up for real this time. Caddy, Australia. Last post I made was meant to be part of a series for a catch-up post, but of course my ADHD has forgot. So here is rapid fire list of nature-related activities from the past few months. Birthday thrifting, sunflower picking at a local farm, more thrifting, secondhand market. Birthday thrifting, nice. Crazy design. What is going on here? It's like open air. Does not rain there much? What? Huh. That's interesting. But cool. Okay. That's interesting. They often hold activities where the visitors can make art from trash. That is cool. Haul, sketch to yarn, knitting needles. Okay, good haul. Tasmanian tiger. Also known as the thylacine, which I kind of forgot. Those were the two same things, like in one of the past World Wildest episodes about the direwolf. My bad. The sunflower picked event was quite popular. That is fun. Meh. Nice. It's a cool structure. That's a nice shade structure. Market time. God, I'm such a nerd. Didn't know what happened here, but I like it. That is cool. I like it as well. Start market game. Vintage board game. That's fun. Haul. Yo. I love that. Nice haul. I have so much fun in my mind. I didn't take this hand embroidered hat, but I still also mad at myself. That is a cool hat. I do like that. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. More macro bugs. Love some macro bugs. Heather, the bugs have been slow to show up, but I did see lots of bees last week. Here's a mix of old and new macro photos along with a book I think Maya will like. Beautiful. I need a PTZ cam like this right now. How close do you have to be for macro photography? Can you do it like from like a foot away?
I believe so.
It'd be tough.
It'd be tough.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy macro, like 100mm macro lenses.
You can. Okay. Inches.
Or you could buy like extension tubes.
Extension tubes. Interesting. Depends. Maybe a foot. Depends. Like I need like a foot. Man, you have to have pretty flat enclosure to do that.
You also gotta have a steady hand.
Guess I have.
You put it on a PTZ. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you do with that PTZ.
Well, there's
Like-
some Canons that you can attach lenses.
Okay. It's like
That I've seen.
the thing we've used with Maya's or whatever, it's literally like the lens when you add all the extensions and everything.
Yeah.
It's that long.
It's a long ass lens. Ooh. Okay. I have some ideas. Okay. We'll keep playing with it. Beautiful. Pigeon watching. Getting to know the world's most misunderstood birds. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Love macro photography. It's getting me. Last year I put this is from Tanner, new bird feeder. Last year I put a bird feeder on my apartment balcony for months. I didn't see any birds using it. Recently I decided to get a new bird feeder equipped with a camera, and this is what I captured on the first couple of days. I will also be posting pictures in iNaturalist. Yes. Male and female house finch. Nice. Two different varieties of lesser golden finches. White-winged dove. House finch. Lesser goldfinch sat here during a rainstorm for about 5 minutes. Nice. Oh, beautiful. These are cool. I like these. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Visit to the Camellia Gardens. Emily, this is in New South Wales, Australia. This weekend I spent a few hours wandering a local park. It was so peaceful, even though in the middle of the residential area. I saw a lot of cute animals, and we'll come back with some peas for the ducks. Nice. That I could just hear that sound. That picture just has sound in it, if that makes sense. These bird feeder cams are such a great way for folks to get into birding. 10 out of 10. That is a good point. Dude, that's pretty. Whoa. That's a huge flying fox colony I live near. That's crazy. Wow. That's amazing. Oh my God. So cute. That's insane. Ducks. Goose. Oh, wait, dragon. Cockatoo hanging out in the park. Like, yeah, these are wild cockatoos. It's insane. Like Maya said this before. It was like in Kayla. Like, it's insane to think these guys are wild. Because you just see them in the pet trade so heavily. That's where they belong. Keep them out there. So love that. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really cool. This is my favorite. Flying foxes. Ooh, I see some California condors. Wolf bones or red. Portland, Oregon. A trip to the Oregon Zoo last summer. I spent actually 1 hour there, and it was wonderful. It's an amazing place. Unfortunately, couldn't get many pics. If you live near, check out the Pika Watch program. I've also included a video from their YouTube. This is one of my favorites on the internet.
Make a video of the video. Oh, look at them. They're so cute.
Wait, is this a live cam?
I know, they live in huge packs. There's been a pack recorded of like 100 of them in one whole family unit. It's crazy.
This is what I want zoos to do more of. Have cameras on their animals, because it's not hard. They already have security cameras. Just need to port it over to like a monitor, and you can always have animals on display. Because there's like some, like in zoos, they might make decisions on like putting animals out on display, so it brings in people, but it might not be the 100% best for the animal to always be out on display. or they're hiding in a place and people get upset. But if you have cameras positioned properly, you don't even need like cam ops and stuff like that, and you can always have the animals on display, which is huge. And like they already have the cameras there for most things, so I love it. Rare California chick grows up. Dude, I want to find, like, this is probably not out in the wild. I want to find a wild nest and put a cam on it and just have it like super, super good, high quality. Oh, that's so cute. Super high quality live streams out of it. That's one of my goals. That's so cute. The baby. Playing with the cheek flaps of the mom. Oh my god. They're so goofy looking. Learn to fly. Yeah. I love that. Elephant. Test bath. Alright. Nice. It's a very important collab with local communities, especially indigenous ones, and conservation. The Oregon Zoo does a lot of that. It's inspiring. That's awesome. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Ugly baby? No. Cute baby. Trash cleanup with the Scout Troop. Nice. In California. Claire. Might remember me from my friend's bird kiosk Eagle project. I am back with a trash haul. Picked up about 50 pounds of trash. That's a lot. It's all wet. Okay. But still. I was always knew I wanted to work out with exotics, and your channel has secured that goal for me. Also attached is Arcturus or Archie, my crested gecko. Nice. The crew. Get out, Boy Scouts, doing good scouting things. Nice basketball. It's definitely usable. It's good. Could find unfound Easter egg. Ooh. Teddy was drowned. Don't worry. I'm CPR and first aid certified. Took him home to try and salvage what I can of him. Oh, Archie, you guys should look into crested ambassadors. Did you know they were extinct in the wild until they were rediscovered 100 years later? Really makes you wonder what else could be out there. That's true. That is cool. I didn't know that. Very cute. Hi, Archie. Looks like he's smiling at you. Thank you so much for picking it up. And congrats on your, I guess, your Eagle Scout. So you finished, or no, you help your friends with the Eagle Project. Get that Eagle Scout. It's worth it. Walking around another nature reserve by Vox. I did some research and found a RSPCB sanctuary nature reserve to visit. I spent about around 6 hours and had an amazing time seeing so many different birds and meeting other birders. Vox. Nice. Kestrel. That's a good shot. House sparrow. That's also a good shot. Mummy and baby cute. That is a weird looking baby, but very cute. Duck. Black-headed gull. Western cattle egret. Song thrush. Jay. Oyster catcher. Nice. Well, thank you so much. Megan, trip to Algeneni? Nope, I did not say that right. Cemetery. The cemetery is actually a nice place to catch a glimpse at a small wildlife in Pittsburgh, PA. My boyfriend and I went to decompress from the job hunting. Land conservation is hard. It is. Allegheny. Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are helping me pronunciate things, and I appreciate that. Working on seasonally with the Audubon Society, ran into a bunch of critters on our walk. Mayfly. Cute. Inchworm. Turtle. Plus many birds and groundhogs not pictured. That's pretty. There's a lot of wildlife that hang out cemeteries, which is pretty cool. Happy to share I'll be working seasonally with Audubon Society. Yeah, congrats on landing that job as well. That's awesome. Hopefully it turns into a full-time job. Pronunciate. Yes, it's rough for me. Update on Sony the Giant Anteaters Road to release. Okay. We've been video monitoring Sony, who's showing all the natural behaviors to survive in the wild while having a playful personality. She has very powerful claws and knows how to use them. See cam photos. We also went to find her ideal release site to move her from the rare to the wild very soon. Okay. Termite nest zoomies. That's funny. This is so cool. More. Stand up for termites. Okay. Nice. Love it. Cute. Yay for release. She's onto us. But right name is on to find locations for release. Looking for locations. A lot of termites to nice. Rip trail cam. That's awesome. Hope the release goes well. Visiting bird banding at Bear Divide, California. Yeah. Bear Divide is the wildest place in California to witness the spring migration. Birds usually migrate at night, but in 2016, a biologist discovered a strange phenomenon where migratory birds were funneling through Bear Divide during daylight hours. My friend and I went to check it out. That's beautiful. Most significant locations to research dawn migration. I had to get up at 5:30 a.m., which was hell. Yep, but worth it. Matching bird bags. Cute. Banding station has research catch birds with nets, weigh them, measure them before releasing them. Here is Wilson's warbler, tiki hat. Black-headed grosbeak. The researchers / volunteers will occasionally show us visitors to birds and educate us on how to ID their age. Those are cool facts. That's fun. Whoa, that's beautiful. Almost looks like a parrot. Western tanger, my dream bird. Beautiful mango. Looks like sun conures, like the coloration. A thrush, warbler, bunting. Beautiful. Bye, Shruti. Warbler. Warbler. This is so cute. 2-month-old hummingbird. Oh. The research they're doing is so cool. This place is surreal. You'll literally see the birds flying through in groups. That's how many migrates through this area between the mountains specifically. That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, it's a fun experience to go out and do that kind of stuff. Definitely recommend keep doing it. But that's really cool. Thanks for sharing. Kristen, bugs and birds, went to a butterfly conservatory and got some good pics. Also got to see my friend's duck and baby geese and then realized she has fuzzy caterpillars in her yard. I need someone to appreciate its cute little face. Plus, found a jumping spider in my backyard and she was very nice. Cute. Wow, that's pretty. Nice. Love that. Q-Jams, thanks for the 16 months. Beautiful. Dude, that's gorgeous. I like the little tips at the end here, like little water drops. Ducks. Quack. Oh, that's a good one. Hat. Little fuzzy caterpillar. Fuzzy. Very cute. Jumping spatter. Nice. That's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. Water scorpions, as per requested. Okay. I'll have to see this later. But videos and pictures of water scorpions I quickly put together. Excuse my shaky hands and poor video quality. I have no idea what I'm doing. Not logging in hours as this is from a year ago old footage. So cute. Nice. Oh, that's a good shot. Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for sharing. I'm sure Maya will be happy to see that later. Spiders and gardening. The James does things. We are Massachusetts, United States. Hi, everybody. I've been working on showing my 40-year-old that bugs are our friends and not scary, so she asked me to take pictures of the little fellas she found while we worked in the garden today because she wants everyone to see how cute they are. She also wants to show how big her plants are getting. I love that. Tiny little fella having lunch. Nice. That's a good catch. That's a big lunch for a little jumping spider. Love it. Little fellow exploring the garden. Okay, nice. My daughter's broccoli plant. Love that. Celery plant. Nice. I really want to show off her new t-shirt. Love it. Doing all things with kindness. That's a good shirt. I love that so much. Now imagine 450 million years ago when there were sea scorpions bigger than you. That's crazy. Love that. Love that your 4-year-old is enjoying her plants and the bugs and her shirt. That's wonderful. Keep up the good work. We need more of that. Harley Quinn duck survey. Is that really like Harley Quinn, like DC? By Direwolf. Hello, Direwolf. Helping a friend with her field research, surveying Harley Quinn ducks. Oh, Mr. J. In the Oregon Cascades. No one has really looked at them since the 90s here. Gorgeous view and lots of hiking. We saw 6 of those over the trip. More info in the photos. Sadly, no nice cameras this time. All right. Nice. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's very pretty. Creek, this is a pool with like 50 feet deep, perfect swimming spot, but the ducks, but had ducks to look for. I would love to jump in there this summer. 2 males seen, which aren't coming for ducks, who seem to have paired up. Okay, nice. Breeding pairs of Harley Quinn ducks. They return to their natal streams, so they probably hatch somewhere along this river. That's really cool. Man, that's beautiful. I just want to jump in there. Dude, that's cool. Another great swimming rock jumping spot. Jump in, man! I love that. Thank you so much. 72 hours for the Earth. Mural celebration with the cultural and natural diversity in Panama. Andrea Wong, hello. I made a mural featuring the cultural diversity of Panama as well as its unique tropical fauna. It's located in the entrance of a protected area in which you can see sloths, toucans, and many other animals. The purpose of this mural is to teach visitors about our culture and our flora and fauna. Me and my mural. Dude, that's sick. People are just so freaking talented. I wish I had like just a tenth of the percentage of the talent of this kind of art. I love that. That's such a great mural. Very nice. Sloth. Monkey. Dude, to see these guys out in the wild is just... I know it. I just would love to see it. One day. Thank you so much for sharing. That's a beautiful mural. Very, very, very jealous of your talent. So, very nice. My beautiful and chunky cat, Abby. Sarah. Oh, my God. That's a chunky cat. The penis pawn is artistic wonder, Connor. Thank you. Very cute cat, though. Very, very good cat. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing, Sarah. Oh, look, we get to look at enclosures and like how they built it. Oh, I'm excited. I went to a Miami zoo on the way home from the beach. A mini zoo, sorry. North Carolina. Went to a little zoo on the way home from the beach. Trejimbo Animal Park. I got that right, 100%. We saw goats, Maya's favorite, not my favorite. But yes, definitely Maya's favorite. Some Stompies, some Marms, some Winnies, and a lot of others. Seeing what should be in the wild is the best feeling. It is. All right, nice. Can get his little head over there. Brand new wood here. Hello, African gray parrot. Hello. Looks like they built that so you can't stick your fingies through it and get it bit off. Not threatened. I thought they were. African gray parrot. African gray parrot. IUCN. Red list. African greys are threatened or endangered. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Scarlet macaw. All right. Turtles. Jaguar. Okay, I don't remember the spots thing. What is this? A jaguar? Jaguar? Definitely not a cheetah. Big cat. When considering whether a species is right or not, they don't take into account those in captivity, do they? No, they do not. Jaguar. Is it a jaguar? Cool. I don't remember the spots. No, that's a good question. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild species or wild numbers only. Cute. Posted up. Stompy. Dotes. Peacock. Tiger. Marmoset. 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 Stompy. Thanks so much for sharing. Is this is the last one? I think, or it says all caught up. That's April 30th. Am I caught up? Is this the last one, or am I already done? Let me move my camera. Did Maya already do this one, Space? It says all cut up on the bottom right. This is new. Okay, last one. Texas Conservation Alliance. Lights Out Texas Volunteering by Michelle. Back over here. I've started volunteering with Lights Out Texas at my university, Texas A&M. We walk around campus to find birds that have collided with windows. That sucks that they're colliding with windows, but thankfully you're doing something about it. Sometimes ones are only stunned and getting released in the gardens. But they're also collecting them probably to check for HPAI and just research in general, which is really good. Birds we have collected are preserved for biodiversity research and teaching collections used for data reporting and research. Nice. We go out at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., walk 4+ miles around campus to buildings that have high collision numbers. Birds are often found right below large glass windows. It's crazy. I'm glad they're doing something about it. But it sucks that that's happening. Hopefully they put some more stickers on there if that helps. But that's an awesome thing you're doing. Go around, probably saving a ton of birds. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, that was the last one. Thank you guys for hanging out, show and tell with me. I know I'm not Maya. My pronunciation isn't as good as hers or reading skills. But if next week, if you guys want to send me some cool enclosures that you think that you've been to, you can even grab some pictures from online and talk about what enclosures you guys liked. I would love to nerd out with you and analyze things. And it's also a learning experience for us in Alveus because we're experimenting with a lot of different building techniques right now. And it's going to really help Alveus grow. The bird of prey stuff, we've got most of it figured out because we're using World Bird Sanctuary, and they're great enclosures, and also some inspirations from San Diego Zoo and stuff like that. But as we build, I just like to see what is the best. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna send you back to the cams to go check out the chickens. The chicken cams, the inside chicken cam has IR now if they use that inside space. I just installed that today. Feeder, I've got the feeder pasture feeder camera in now. It just came in, so I'll get that up here soon. Anything else? I will see you guys tomorrow for volunteer day. That's gonna be a small volunteer day. Goodbye.